bad boy onto YouTube for everyone to enjoy and kind of relish in the nostalgia of this set. It's a really good set, and these boxes are getting a little bit expensive now, so let's go ahead and cut that open there. We have broken the seal. We're going to open all 24 packs because I don't really need any scaled packs in my collection. I've got enough. So we're just going to open everything and hope we can pull. If there was one card I could choose, it would not be Jinzo because I've pulled him before. It would be the Fiend Mega Cyber. I've never pulled it, and it's a card that I love. It's very nostalgic to me, and I'll explain that in a second. But for now, let's get going. So 24 packs. We'll start with the right side. I haven't had a whole lot of luck opening Pharaoh Servant. I did pull a Jinzo out of my first box, but I only got I think one Ultra, and I want to say that Ultra was it was either Goblin Attack Force or Chain Destruction, like kind of the lower end Ultras. So Fiend Mega Cyber is not really that expensive either, but the reason I want it is because back in the Labyrinth of Nightmare days when Pharaoh Servant was still pretty new, I dueled these rich kids. There's two of them. We called them the Mafia Brothers because they were just really rich. They had slick back hair and they had a lot of money. And I dueled him for, I put in my two Fiend Mega Cybers and he put up his Magic Cylinder, and I ended up winning 2 out of 3 and taking his Magic Cylinder, and I just thought it was awesome. So, alright, Sword Hunter. It's a really cool card. That might be a short print. Ground Collapse. Light of Intervention. Steel Grotto number 2. And a Grave Robber. Nice. What a cool secret. Definitely a card from the anime. It's got good centering. That's nice to see. So, I don't know how the Cold Wave. I don't know how PSA is going to be with these guys, but we'll give it a try. Put it in a nice penny sleeve, nice and soft, and we'll set that aside. So this set is crazy nostalgic to me. It's probably my 5th or 6th favorite set of all time. And it just brings back a lot of good memories from when the game was really fun. We got Inappropriate. I definitely want to get a Solemn Wishes. For short prints, that would probably be the one short print I'd want the most. I've got a couple of them, but I really like that card. Probably the most expensive common out of this set, too. Thousand Eyes Idol would be cool, too. Driving Snow and Mad Sword Beast. So the centering on these is looking pretty good, which is a very good thing, because centering for this set can be pretty awful sometimes. This era, along with like TP2, was printed at the same time. That's why you can get those Jinzo jars. The morphing jar that's got like the head of Jinzo imprinted on it. The Ground Collapse, Steel Ogre Grotto, Michizuri. Very, oh, that's off-centered. So some of these are off-centered. Very nerve-wracking opening this. I don't know why. I just really hoping for good pulls because it can be really hit or miss with this set. It's not like LOB where almost everything's valuable, even though with LOB you can kind of hit or miss too just because it's so expensive, like the boxes. So we got Harpy's Brother. That's a cool common. Oh, Beast of Talwar. Awesome. Yes. Okay, I was gonna mention this guy. I forgot. But I was going to say this is another Ultra that's not expensive, but is an Ultra I would really like to pull. So I actually got it. That's great. I wish I had said it. Looks pretty solid, pretty good condition. A little off-centered on the back, but they're not as picky about the back as the front, so we'll give it a closer look later on. That is awesome. Totally cool. Beast of Talwar. Kind of weird that they made it an ultra rare because it was just a 2400 attacker, so Summon Skull was already better than this and came out way before it. So the centering is not the best top to bottom, but it's not horrible, so we'll see. Next up, so we got one ultra. That's awesome. Gradius, Nobleman of Extermination. That card was used a lot when Mystical Space Typhoon was hard to get because it was just an Ultra from Magic Ruler. So Nobleman of Extermination was pretty useful if you hit like a, you know, anything like face down that they couldn't activate. So if you hit like a Mirror Force or a Trap Hole or something, pretty good card. We got a Light Force Sword. Alright, sorry, I'll try to speed it up a little bit. I'm taking my time just I really like this set. I love the commons, and I'm just having a blast opening it. I'm still a little nervous, like I'm still kind of shaking, even though I got one of the cards I wanted. I really want that Beast of Talwar. Hayabusa Knight. I remember in a tournament one time, it was a sanctioned tournament too. The guy summoned a Hayabusa Knight, equipped it with Axe of Despair, and he said attack twice for game. I had a magic cylinder down. He had like 3,800 life points, and I had a magic cylinder, and that would have dealt 4,000 damage to me. So I activated magic cylinder, and I was at like 1,500 damage or life points. I activated magic cylinder, and he was like, "Does that work for both attacks?" And I said, "Oh yeah, it does." Obviously it doesn't. So I ended up winning the duel, but I shouldn't have. Ooh, a nice Fairy Meteor Crush. Yes, there it is. Solemn Wishes. Cool. So we got a Solemn Wishes. I'm not like surprised I got Solemn Wishes. It's not, I don't think it's super short print. I think it's just regular short print. We got Fairy Meteor Crush. That was a good pack. But anyways, yeah, I kind of, the guy didn't ask any questions after I said that I should have won that duel. He ended up winning the match anyways. But I'll always remember that when I see Hayabusa Knight. I should have lost. Shift. Upside down drill bug. And of course, Jinzo was the main card out of here, but the Fiend Mega Cyber was really big when this set came out. We got the Shallow Grave. It's a good card. Because it was a special summon, and back then special summoning monsters was pretty hard to do. They had really difficult special summoning conditions, and the only cards that were good for special summoning were brought them out of the graveyard. So that was really the first monster that was good for special summoning. Oh, and there's Jinzo. Last pack on the right side. Oh, dude. Wow. All right. So sorry. I'm just a little bit I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting it because I don't know. I've pulled one before, and I don't have great luck with sets that are not LOB and MRD. So this is, wow, this is incredible. I can't believe I pulled that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm really glad I decided to open this box because I have two of these, and I was going to open one, but I didn't know which one to open. So I went with the one that seemed a little more like shelfware, kind of damaged. So if there was anything else I could get, obviously the Beast of Talwar. Let's see what else we got there. The Beast of Talwar, or sorry, not the Beast of Talwar. We got the Beast of Talwar. The Fiend Mega Cyber, and for super rare magical hats, I think is in this set, and that would be really, really stunning. Mirror Wall would be cool too. And we got No One to Cross Out. Nice. That's an awesome GOAT card. This card just was really good all the way through GOAT format and a little bit beyond. I mean, this card never really saw a lapse in play because there was always really good face down monsters and flip monsters. So that took care of them because they were such a nuisance. And it didn't just destroy them and remove them from play. Now it's called banishing. So it banished those face down monsters. And so even a Sangan or Witch of the Black Forest wouldn't get its effect if it was hit by No One to Cross Out. Force Requisition. That card might see some play. 4-star Ladybug of Doom. That card was pretty nasty back then. Definitely saw a lot of play when it came out, just because pretty much everything there was a beat stick was 4 stars, besides the trivia monsters like Jinzo and stuff. Another Grand Collapse. Mad Sword Beast. So I definitely can't be sad or upset if I get no more Ultras, or maybe just another Super or something, because I pulled a Jinzo and a Beast of Talwar, which are just incredible pulls. Monster Recovery. I mean, this box has almost been exactly what I wanted it to be. Beast of Talwar was my second most wanted Ultra. Still a chance at a Fiend Mega Cyber or Magical Hats. Another Gradius. Oh, Ceasefire. Okay, well, we got a Ceasefire. It's off-centered. Not horribly, but probably not well enough to get a PSA 10. But it's still a nice looking card. What else do we get there? Okay, so no Fiend Mega Cyber, which is a little sad, but not the end of the world. I just really want one of those in PSA 10, and the best way to do that is to pull it yourself. But even then, it's not a guarantee, as you see this is off-centered. The Beast of Talwar's got better centering. Next pack. Such an amazing set. Red Moon Baby. There are so many good cards. I mean, there's Premature Burial, Call the Haunted. Call the Haunted would have been another great one. There's Goblin Attack Force was used quite a bit when it came out. It was just a really powerful beat stick, got rid of strong monsters. Gravity Bind. This card was really, really good when it came out. There was a lot of removal, like there was, I think, two Heavy Storms and 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, but they were hard to get. Heavy Storms were like 10 bucks, MSTs were 15 or 20. So if you didn't have a lot of money, you didn't usually run those cards, and then you get hit with a Gravity Bind against a burn deck, and they just sit there and just, you know, attack you directly with like Jinzo number 7 and a bunch of other stuff. Skull Invitation. Got a Numinous Healer, soft center. Alright, can we get one more super? We've got only 3 supers, so chances are we'll get one more. DNA Surgery, nice. And there it is. Well, it's another Grave Robber. So, I mean, honestly, I'm not too upset about getting a repeat on this foil because this is such a cool card. The artwork I've always felt was really awesome. And, I mean, even when it came out, I was like, that's not a very good effect, but it's a really cool card, and the artwork is just incredible. And, of course, it's nostalgic because it was used in the anime. So 3 packs left. Probably down to nothing, guys, and that's okay. I'm not too upset about that. We got a Dimension Hole. We did pretty good with these pulls. Got a good ratio, actually. Got 2 Ultras and a Secret. That's not easy to do in these old days. Morphine Jar number 2. We haven't pulled that yet. That's way off center, too. That's too bad. I'd like to grade one of those. Major Riot. That's another short print. And the final pack. Can we get some good centering on this one? No, it doesn't look like it. This pack's way off centered. And we got a Magic Drain, which was actually used quite a bit in the old days. It was the poor man's Magic Jammer, because Magic Jammers were about 20 bucks back then too. So we'll go over the rares real quick. It should be about one of each rare. There might be, I don't know if there's any reprints in here. Should be one of each though. Yeah, it looks like we got one of each and then 2 Mad Sword Beasts. I think we got, yeah, we got 2 Mad Sword Beasts. I don't know if there's any other doubles, but at least we get one of each. And then the pulls, which I will put in order. Okay. And there we go. So we got Fairy Meteor Crush, pretty cool. Super. Nobleman of Crossout, really cool. I haven't pulled this since the set first came out back in 02. I remember going to 7-Eleven, and my stepdad bought me a pack, and just one pack, and I got a Nobleman of Crossout, and I was like, oh, that's cool. We got a Grave Robber, another Grave Robber, so 2 Grave Robbers. A Ceasefire, which is pretty off-centered, but it would be nice if I could try to grade it. A Beast of Talwar, very, very cool. Pretty happy about that pull. And of course a Jinzo. So we got that first ed Jinzo. These have gone up a lot in price lately. I mean, look at that sparkle. They don't sell that for that much as PSA 10s, which is kind of surprising, but they are very, very cool and super nostalgic. And ungraded like this, they're worth, I don't know, maybe 75 bucks roughly at the time of this opening. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. This set is incredibly nostalgic, and I was just kind of in awe when I pulled the Jinzo. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more awesome old school Yu-Gi-Oh videos.